Big Ten tournament, obviously, the next step for you guys. Just talk about the preparation of, not knowing what team to play until later, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, we've been through it all, really. Long, grueling Big Ten season. Pretty much now it comes down to, who plays harder, who executes better. I mean, every team knows what every team is going to do. You know personnel well by now, so it's not necessarily about, who you play. It's about, you got to take care of yourself. So, yeah, we obviously, don't know who we play the first game, and then after we advance, hopefully, we'll see. But like I said, it's just pretty much got to control our own business.
Coach said to us earlier that this is like the most unpredictable season and unpredictable tournament he's ever experienced going in. Obviously, I mean, do you agree with that, how the Big Ten, anyone can win in like any...
Yeah, it's so unpredictable this year, and especially in a one-and-done situation. Top to bottom in this league, it's the best it's been in a while. So, you look at the 12 seed, they could easily beat the 1 seed. It's just a matter of the night. So every game is going to be a dogfight. It's going to be a battle. Whoever comes out on top in this tournament is definitely going to deserve it, and that's our goal.
How much do you emphasize to the guys, you're guaranteed 2 games. You're not guaranteed anymore.
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, it's flown by, really. You talk about how long a season can be, but at the same time, I mean, we're in mid-March right now. It's crazy how fast it's flown by, and if we don't take care of business, I mean, like you said, we only got 2 games left guaranteed, so we want to play as many games as possible. We're not even close to wanting to be done. We're ready to stay indoors and stay out of the snow, play some basketball for as long as we can. So, that's what we're trying to do.
Maybe a dumb question, but would you prefer one team over the next on Friday?
No, not really. I mean, we played both Minnesota and Penn State. We've come on top of against both those teams, and they both are similar in ways. They just got great guard play. They bring it defensively. They play really hard. So, like I said, it all depends on how hard we play and how well we execute our stuff.
How can you use the Big Ten tournament as a springboard for the NCAA tournament?
I mean, it's a similar format in terms of a one-and-done situation, and that's kind of what the NCAA tournament's all about. If you don't bring it one game, if you take one game off, one possession off, it could cost you your whole season. So, in this one-and-done format, it definitely helps with that. And you play a non-conference schedule, and then you get into conference games, it elevates a notch. And now in the Big Ten tournament, it elevates a notch again. So, and it's going to elevate even more coming into tournament time. So we got to step up to the challenge and be ready for that.
Can you use anything you guys learned from last year, the run that you guys had to use this year? Or is that kind of over? I
mean, you can. We won a couple games. We were, the so-called underdog in some of those games, and it just shows that anyone could beat anyone on any given night. And the teams said or thought they had more talent than us, but again, it comes down to execution, how hard you play. We played harder in those games we won, and that's why. So we got to continue to do that.
What's the morale right now?
Oh, it's good. It's good. Anytime you get to tournament time, it's a great feeling. Just knowing you're there. It's the stuff you work for. You work all off season. You don't work to play games in November. You work for games to play in March, and we're all really excited for that. Regardless of what happened in the past, it's pretty much a new season. Everything is starting from scratch. Any team can win this tournament, so we understand that.
Josh, last time you guys had a nice winning streak broken. Was winning a little bit, but went sideways for a few weeks there. Is this team beyond that? Did you learn from that?
Yeah, I definitely think we have, and first of all, we need to. I mean, at this time of the year, it's necessary in this one-and-done format. Also, I mean, we're just excited to get to this point. Like I said, it's kind of like a new season, so regardless of if we beat Nebraska or lost to Nebraska, we'd be in the same exact position as we were. So we got to understand that. We got to learn from our past mistakes, get better from it, and start over right now.
Did you learn something from that stretch and the process of coming out of that stretch?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, just what we got to do to win games. It's so tough to win games in this league against these teams. The margin of error is so small. It all starts with your defensive intensity, your focus, getting those 50-50 balls, doing whatever you can each possession. And, during that losing streak, I think we got away from that a little bit. And then when we started winning games, I mean, we were taking care of business on the defensive end. We were getting better each day, each week. And we got to continue to improve and just show our stuff out there.
since that time, you've been very steady on offense, pretty productive game in and game out.
Yeah, I think balance definitely helps with that. You know, we got everyone who comes out on the floor is a threat to score, inside or out, and that helps. And when you share the ball, when you're unselfish, you know, when your main focus is to win, usually we play pretty well. And it all starts with our movement, you know, our cuts, our confidence, and we've shown that.
You get that confidence back as a team, like, at least for a game or two or three, the confidence was shaken.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of that comes from, you know, your opponent. I mean, teams are good. You know, they're trying not to let you score, so it's hard to put up points consistently. So, but again, I mean, it's just your mindset. You gotta stay confident, and we understand that we can be a good team when we're focused, when we're moving the ball, sharing the ball. Everyone's getting involved. And when everyone's on the same page like that, we can be pretty good. So that's pretty much where it comes from.
Off Sunday, I know it's been a couple days, but is the morale still pretty high for you guys?
Oh yeah, you know, we're not too worried. Obviously, you want to go out and get wins. You know, that's not a question there. But yeah, we're still upbeat. We're, you know, not down on ourselves for losing that game. Obviously, you want to go out there and get that one, and you know, we let some opportunities pass and didn't play well in certain situations. But you know, it's a good team down there. It was a tough environment, and they were the better team that day.
Obviously, the Big Ten this year was so crazy unpredictable, and Coach was saying before when he met with us, he expects the Big Ten tournament to be just that way too. How anyone can beat anyone. Can you just kind of expand on that?
Yeah, I think year in and year out, it's one of the best, if not the best conference in my opinion in the nation. And you know, it's a battle every night, and there's talent up and down each roster, and it doesn't matter where you are, who you're playing. You know, any team can knock off any team, and you know, if that's the way it's been the past few years, I don't see any way of changing that, you know, in the coming years and this weekend. So it's going to be some tests for some teams and for us, and you know, we just got to be ready for whoever.
The fact that it is so unpredictable, do you think that helps you guys, or does that put more pressure on you?
I don't really think we feel pressure per se. I just think we just gotta, you know, be aware of, you know, who can beat you, and that's anyone. Anyone can beat you. This league is too talented to, you know, get complacent and not focus. So, you know, we're going out there with the mentality to win it, and you know, it starts when we get down there, and we gotta be focused from each tip and go out and win every possession.
Sam, how do you think you've played over the past few games?
I mean, obviously not up to standards, you know, in my mind and our team's mind. But you gotta let that go. You know, good players don't let that stuff get into their minds, and you know, they don't think about it, you know, coming in the next game or even next possession. So you know, I just gotta put the past few games behind me. You know, I'm a good player in my mind. I know I can do things out there, so you know, I just gotta keep my confidence up and go out and play.
What did you learn from last year's tournament? How can you use that at all this year?
You know, anything can happen. You know, I think I grew a lot last year in the tournament. There I learned a lot, and it's a different type of environment. It's a different buzz. There's a ton of different fans in there that you've never seen before, and you know, there's usually like 4 schools in there at once. You know, they're different types of fans, so it's a different type of environment overall. And you know, there's a lot of hype around it, and a lot more media coverage and stuff. So as a freshman, you know, kind of takes you by storm. But I think coming through here, my second time around, I think I'll be more prepared, and you know, I'm eager to get out there. I'm excited, and this is the best time of year in my opinion, and it's the best time of year you want to be playing basketball.
How has the uncertainty of your opponent affected your preparation this week?
You know, our coaching staff does a great job. You know, they got, you know, Minnesota or Penn State, 2 teams that have good players, you know, that force some tough matchups. So we've scouted both teams and watched stuff on both teams. So I think we'll be prepared for whoever. And you know, within the past few weeks, we've played both teams. So yeah, I think we'll be ready.
You guys have been really good away from home. Is that just kind of a mindset, and how do you go back to that?
You know, it's just, you know, being a competitor and going out there and winning, no matter where you are, and you know, wanting to win and not backing down from the challenge. And I think, you know, we're a team that kind of likes that challenge and likes that, you know, excitement in other arenas and stuff. And you know, let me tell you, Nebraska's place was jumping. That was a fun place to play. And you know, the tournament, it's not like, you know, one team has home court advantage, but you know, it gets pretty loud, it gets pretty excited, and you know, there's just a different buzz and feel in each arena. So this is a cool experience, and I I think with the type of guys we have, we'll feed off that energy.
Sam, when you left the locker room Sunday at Nebraska, what sort of things you were thinking about both the way the team played and the way you played Sunday?
I was thinking, time to get back at it tomorrow and get ready for our next game. Didn't want to dwell on that one too much. Didn't want to beat myself up over that one. That wouldn't make me any better. It wouldn't make our team any better for us to beat ourselves up over it. And so, we had to put it behind us and, learn from what happened, learn from our mistakes, and realize, what can happen if you don't do some things right. And for myself especially. And, so I put it behind me and woke up the next morning and got back to work and, watched some film and, just put it behind me and cleared my mind and got another sweat and just cleared that whole game out of me.
What were the lessons to be taken from that game, both from a team perspective and for you individually?
Defensively we weren't disciplined, I don't think, and that's happened in a few of our losses this year, which starts on the defensive end. And sometimes as a team we get in some lulls, and we can't let that happen. You can't let them do the same things over and over like they did at Nebraska. And for myself, I just got to stay engaged and stay aggressive and attack. And it's just something that I didn't do, and I take the blame for that. I wasn't playing well, and I take full responsibility if I don't play well. I understand that I'm not going to make excuses, but I'm smart enough to put that behind me and know that I'll play better in the next game.
Sam, when you talk about staying aggressive, a couple of your shots you were falling away from the basket. Is that kind of what you mean?
No, I just think overall game, not just offensively. When I'm active and stuff around the ball, I'm much better. And you're gonna have a few games like that here and there, but good players don't let that happen, and I can't let that happen again. And I just got to go out and do better, and I know I can.
The guys kind of told you you're the freshman, kind of expect this. You guys are not playing at home, but it's going to be kind of like a tournament style.
I don't think we've gotten to that much. I'm sure it will come within the next day, especially after we get ready and we head out to Indianapolis. They'll probably tell us some things of what we can expect. But what they have been saying is that have to make sure you stay focused. It will be a fun time. It's always fun going on the road with your team. It's always more fun when you win. So we just have to make sure we stay focused and take care of business.
What was it like for you when you found out that you won some Big Ten awards? What was that like?
It was alright. I felt like Josh. I always wanted to be like Josh. Once I found out Josh won an award, I was just hoping, I won an award, whether it was Towel Boy, whether it was Coach's Pet. Just won an award so I could match Josh. So I would say that I was pretty thrilled to find out that we both received an award from the Big Ten.
Is there a preference you would prefer to get on Friday? Most of the guys say it really doesn't matter, but you feel the same way?
Yeah, I just feel the same way. We treat every opponent the same way anyways, as they're the best opponent we'll play because they will be the next. So whichever team will win, we'll just focus on them, and hopefully we can come out and take care of business.
Do you feel like this is a good tune-up for the NCAA, or do you guys feel like, we obviously want to win this?
Of course we want to win it, and it's also a good tune-up because we say all year, most of us within the conference speak that this is one of the best, if not the best, conferences in the country. So for us to be able to compete through this, get the second seed, and if we're fortunate enough to win, I feel like this would be a great test for us for the NCAA tournament.
How has the uncertainty affected you guys' preparation this week?
I wouldn't say it affected us really too much. I think Coach Ryan and the staff did a great job. The other day we went over Minnesota and what they do, their players. Today we went over Penn State, the same format, scouting report, the whole 9 yards. So I feel like that we're prepared for either opponent. Once we find out who wins, we'll probably sharpen up some things again with that opponent and be ready to hit the court.
Do you feel like you guys are peaking? I know it's coming off a loss. Played a real good team on their court, but do you guys feel like the importance of peaking, especially at this time?
Yeah, I would say I don't think we've peaked yet. We all feel, and you can ask any of the guys on the team, that we still have a lot better games to be played, especially for us. Not also individual, but as a team, we feel that we can do a lot more things better out there. So we'll just be looking forward to the challenge of coming out and trying to play our best game thus far.